2017 season starting. If I can get the chalks out.
So, do that, and we do that.
She's going to go up inside, open up, and I'm going to start getting ready to rig the boat. I know, we need a different one. As I go through, I also inspect all the rigging. I just replaced the shrouds last year, so because it was ripped here. It's looking good so far. So I will untie the boom here. So to flip this up, a lot of times I have to use pliers just because it's so stiff. Even though I've re-greased it, it's real stiff. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a job that's normally Angie's. We got quick pins, they're just tractor pins, and that's to hold these up while we're traveling. And I'll pull the pin out. There, that one's free. So I keep this little step ladder here in the tow beast, and that's so I can put the Windex on top of the mast. So I'll do that next. Next step is the Windex. And then I'll tighten it down. So Angie just pulled out my little rigging bag. That's where we keep the pins. It's got all the tools I need to rig this. Basically 2 wrenches and a screwdriver. Next is I've got the mast tied down. This is a new one. I'm going to remove this. So I use a lot of these red bungees, and my sons know for Christmas to buy me new red bungees every year because they deteriorate in the sun and they just break. That was my halyard for the 4-mast flags. And I keep bungees everywhere. Sorry about shaking the camera around. Ooh, I gotta wash this off. Some bird christened it in the barn. Can I get some cleaners and paper towel?
Wipe or paper towel?
And it's clean. So when I'm being good and nautical, I'll actually whip the ends with line of my different lines. You see, they're whipped. When I'm being something fast or a cheap, annual line, I just take some shrink tube, put it over the edge, and then melt the end and shrink it on, and that whips the end of it. This is a halyard line for flags. So basically now I gotta untie the boom so I can move the boom out of the way. And then also untie all these. Both sides. Trying to do this one-handed. Remove I've got this all tied up. This is the mast raising system. I leave it hooked up when I'm in travel mode. That way I don't have to rehook it up or store it below or anything. After we get the mast up, I'll store it below. And it's done. I lowered it, disconnected it, and you can see I use these stainless steel carabiners to hook on for its faster clip up. And I can't do that one-handed. So it's a one-time use type thing. That's a shame. Okay. Let's store those in a tow vehicle. Okay, we're ready to take the lifelines down on both sides, unbolt this from the bow pulpit, and walk the mast back. I'm going to do that in another one of those snap the finger things here. So I've also been surveying all my bolts and everything, making sure that any ring dings are in place. Any safety wiring, aircraft wiring that we use is in place. All looks good. Anybody else get these rubs here from the block rubbing on it? I do. Probably would help if we put leather or something on here when we're trailering, just to protect the mast. I always tie it tight, but apparently not tight enough. These are for the jack lines. One thing I did find is my stern rail seat rail here has come back loose. I don't know how it worked itself loose, other than maybe the weight of the anchor pulling backwards on it when we're bouncing down the road, because I just moved the anchor back there. So I'm going to repair this before I finish rigging. Through the magic of YouTube, it's repaired. I'm not going to unbolt the mast from the bow pulpit and move the mast back, but it's just going to show Angie made this little boot here that would just pull up like a sock on the bottom of the furler, and then I tie it on. And what that on there is just to keep the furler from banging around on the deck and scratching anything up. And I checked the mast rotating bearings, and I actually pulled it apart, tightened up the nut, and did everything at the end of last season, so we're good to go.
We're working on projects. We're going to put it in. We'll splash soon.
Yep. Get ready to raise the mast up.
Okay, it's filming, dear.
So we use from Blue Water Yachts the quick release pin for the mast. And you just line it up. I put the mast in the right place. It's going to be one of those.
When no one's watching, it slides right in.
It does. No, it's not going to at all.
There it goes.
Normally it goes faster than that. That's done. Now all I gotta do is take the mast raising kit and clip it on. Ugh. Don't do that.
So yeah, he had it on top instead of under.
Yep.
You have to make sure it's under everything.
Yep.
So this one, because we store our boom there, he has to go under the boom. You want to hook up the thingamajig to the whatchamacallit?
Yep.
All right. So he goes under to that.
Thingamajig is hooked up.
And the whatchamacallit's ready.
For some reason I can't move the boom back. Okay.
Oh. I don't know why. So he hooks it to the front. And now he cranks. And my job is to watch back here.
And this is where I'm going to need you to help lines.
Okay.
Kill it.
So the halyard line. Yeah, there it goes. Sorry, I try not to turn too fast, but I want to get you around to see. So everything's coming up. So our halyard line, because we had it hanging loose, it's already down. Do you want me to come up to film that? around the mast raising system.
Not sure about this new pin.
Oh, that's right, because you weren't sure about the width of it.
Yeah, the new pin, the diameter is really thin. I'm just not sure about it.
This is like the hardest part usually. Oh, that went in easy.
Well, that new pin's smaller, so it just pops right
Oh
in.
yeah, so you're not fighting it.
Yeah. Well, we'll see online what people say about it. I just don't want to be dismasted.
No.
I also go through and replace all of the ring dings with the big 1-inch ring dings. It's easier for my paws to handle without pliers. Okay, I just gotta start putting things back together.
In case you wanted to see this from here,
We'll remove that next.
yeah, we'll take this off. We do not keep it on. I know some people like to keep it on. We do not. We haven't done our black bands yet. We're apologizing. So this is what we're looking like at the moment. All this needs to be dealt with.
So what I've done is I've taken the flag halyard and tied it onto the bow, to the bow pulpit. I haven't tied down the side flag halyards that go to the go up there. They go up to the spreaders there. So what I'm going to do now is take my main halyard, untie it from travel mode here. Oops, sorry about the camera there. I got a lot of clove hitches on it and stuff. Basically in travel mode I clove hitch it an awful lot just to protect the line. And once I get this undone, then I will take and mount the boom. I need to get a screwdriver to remove the mast gate. The mast gate there so the sail slugs can slide down when I do the sails. So I want to quit filming so I can do all this. And that's the mast gate. So the mast gate's off, so that's ready. Another thing I did is I took the topping lift, hung up the back of the boom so the boom's easy to maneuver. That means that all I have to do is pick up the front side of the boom. And I unwrapped the main sheet and just draped it down below. And now I'm going to lift the boom up, slide the sails into the sail slugs, and then connect the boom to the gooseneck. Biggest thing when putting this on, I slid the first half of the slugs on so that I could, because once I had the boom mounted, I can't get them up to the mast gate level. The mast gate's really high on this mast. It'd be better if it was down here. But then, so I got those in there. Then all I gotta do is just thread the rest of these on. Thread the rest of these on, and we stopped the video because I was embarrassed because I didn't release the sail tie enough to have free play to do this. The main thing to do with this, most of you know, if you didn't know, when you're putting the sail slugs in there, follow your flakes and make sure that you keep the bottom so you don't end up with a twist all the way up. So I slide it around to find the bottom, so I know this is the bottom. Put it in there. Once again,
I want to see it, show the bottom.
Yeah, so I slide up, find the bottom, so I know the bottom side. That goes in there. This way I don't have to sit there and unflake the sail or anything. I can keep it all neat. Just slide the bottom and the bottom, and I'll put the mast gate on, and then after the mast gate, after I put the mast gate on, I will put the halyard on, and then I have a downhaul that I made that will go on also. So I get this started so it doesn't fall out. Okay, the mast gate's on, so now I can slide up and down. That's good. I should sail coat this before we go out. And so the next thing is to find the blue halyard here. Come around. beginning of the season, so if I really screw up my bowling, because it's beginning of the season and I haven't practiced. Oh yeah. Daddy's still here. It's a sloppy bowling, but it'll work. So we got a bowling on there, so now we got that. Last piece is just a downhole. So basically I do a bowling with the downhole, same thing. And I got my line twisted, so it's going to be a backwards sloppy bowling. Only people on YouTube will see that. Like 4. Okay, we're good. Oh, you're filming?
Yeah.
That was a sloppy tie. That's not my normal sail tail tie.
It don't matter.
I'm embarrassed now. Edit.
You're never embarrassed.
Except when it comes to sloppy seamanship. This is one of the new clips I put on from the Blue Water Yacht Spree rigging. That definitely was faster. That's for the boom bang. Now I do the same thing. I put one on for the main sheet. See if I can position the camera here. That definitely is a lot faster. Cool. It's only the second time I've ever mounted the Dodger, so bear with me as I struggle through it. So I did, as I showed earlier, I drilled out the holes where the screws went and got the quick pins here. So, in theory, yay. That's a tight hole. Okay. Back ones. Material one. Whoa. Should have done these first, I think. One. Definitely a lot faster than using the screwdriver and those screws, which seemed to take about 10 minutes to do all 6 of them.
I'll come around and show those mounts in a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, back to filming. Said I'd show these. So the mounts are here.
Huh?
I'm just showing the mounts while you're doing that. Excuse all the mess. We're still cleaning up for the day. He's putting it on now.
Basically, there's 4 zippers on the inside, and then a bunch of clips on the outside, and snaps.
It gives Doug headroom.
Yeah, it does.
Interior
I'm
headroom.
actually standing on the steps, which is really cool.
So this was well worth the money, we think.
I think so. It gives me standing room during storms and stuff. It's protective, and it also just makes it feel much more voluminous in here, especially when it got cleaned up.
Okay, your phone just turned off.
Okay.
Okay, so we are a little behind what we thought our schedule was going to be, but we are finally ready to go get it in the water.
Yep. And Angie did the tire shine on the black stripes, and they look really good. Yeah. Thanks, Steve Campbell.
Yeah, we'll see how it works.
Yeah. It's a little cold. Water temperature is 47 degrees, but it's nice to be back on the water.